Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. It's almost time to wrap up the Fiesta. All we have to do is defeat Exdeath and save the world. So, since the last episode, like I said in that episode, I was going to sell a bunch of stuff from Mirage. I got a second crystal helmet. And on my way back to this save point, Angel's master the Red Mage job. So, not that he's going to use anything from the Red Mage job. Well, he used the double magic. So that'll be okay. But he didn't really need to master it. So the main thing we're going to be using is throwing money at Exdeath. So Angel's already comes equipped with that guild toss ability. We'll be giving the guild toss ability to Lenna, and Cara and Faris already have that. So, but anyway, like I said, it's going to be a two-part battle against Exdeath. So we want running shoes on folks to make them go as fast as possible so that they can take as many turns. We don't want to be using double grip with Angels and Faris or Samurai Knight because we want them to have the Aegis Shield. Exdeath can use a lot of nasty status spells, so having a shield that can potentially block status ailments is going to be really helpful. So we just head on up here, and we've got some tree things there. Well, Exdeath was a tree, remember? He's gonna turn into one again. You're late. Waha, I finally have it, the ultimate power, the power of the void. You see, it's worth mastering it, because he's about to put it to good use here. Well, bad use. Exdeath's gonna take his form as the big tree. Remember, he was all these evil spirits were put into a tree in the ancient forest, and they morphed and turned into Exdeath. I'm going to destroy you fools. First your friends. Watch as they get sucked up into the void. Uh-oh. There is Ball Castle. That's where Cara and Gallif were from. Uh-oh. Hey, that Hiryu shouldn't be there. We poked the Hiryu out in front of the Jackal Cave. There's the Pirate Cave, where Faris' crew members and Coco are. Coco, remember, he's outside where Guido's cave is. We're riding him around the world. There's the catapult where Sid and Mid are at. He's targeting everybody who really helped us out on our journey. Stop! Waha. Now why don't you disappear into the void too? So, but we're already in the void. I guess there's a deeper section of the void. Beyond the void. And he sucks us into the black hole. Well, I guess that's game over. Well, it would be, but luckily we have friends. Friends who are going to help us out. So here we are, stuck in beyond the void. And hey, that was Dorgan, Angel's dad. Angel, stand up. We can get a cameo of 4 of our old friends. There's Dorgan, Dad. Here comes Kelgor, Ziza. And finally, we're going to have Gallif, the old Warriors of Dawn, who saved the world from Exdeath 30 years ago. And now they're going to help us save the world now. Presenting the 4 Warriors of Dawn. Angels, Lenna, Farah, Cara, while we hold back the power of the void, defeat him. Only you, the Warriors of the Crystals, can now save the world from the power of darkness. Now go. And those 4 will... Like I said, they'd be back to help us out. Here they are. But they're not the only ones who are going to be helping us out. Somebody else is going to make an appearance to help us. Why did the power of the void disappear? Ah, take this. Who's it going to be? It's going to be King Tycoon, Lenna and Faris' father. He's also here to help us out. Come on, now is the time. Defeat Exdeath. Warriors of Dawn. Go, Warriors of Crystal. There's a type whether it's an or warriors of the crystal. So now what we have to do, we can change our jobs if we want to, get ready. All we have to do then is go up here and talk to Exdeath, and we get into a battle with Exdeath, his giant tree form. So, he's not too hard initially, until we get him, once you get him down to about 20,000 hit points, he's going to start spamming Holy and Flare. And then when we get him down to below 10,000 hit points, he's going to start using Meteo. That's the most deadly part. So if you want to, you can, keep track of the hit points that you're taking off of him, and then at the end start, doing the GP toss and throwing a whole bunch of money at him, so you get rid of the last phase as quick as possible. But I don't do that. I save my money for the next part. So we'll just slowly whittle him down with our attacks, and he doesn't have any elemental weaknesses, but I just figure it's appropriate to hit him with fire. He's a tree, he probably burns. So you'll notice our damage is going up because I have Lenna casting the hero song. And that's raising all our levels, and level factors into your damage equations. So you'll notice as time goes on, all our characters are doing a little bit more damage. The good thing is all the buffs that we carry from this phase of Exdeath are going to carry into the next phase of Exdeath, which is the true final boss. So remember how in Mirage they said that Inu tried to control the void, but then he got lost in the void and got consumed by the void? Well, that's basically going to happen to Exdeath here. So right now Exdeath is pretty strong. He's able to control the void, but when we knock him down to 0 hit points, he loses consciousness, and the void is able to overtake him. So right now he controls the void, but then the void is going to control him once we defeat him, and he's going to come back in his ultimate form. So we'll basically be fighting the void with Exdeath's consciousness in it, and that's where he can get really, really tough. So but we'll talk more about him when we get to that part. We can heal ourselves up. Both Holy and Flare can do about 2,000 damage, so they can probably wipe out anybody except Angels and Faris if they're at full hit points. So we can have Cara doing some healing in the meantime. Yeah, Cara and Lenna, unfortunately they won't be strong enough to survive getting hit by, Holy or Flare. And then Meteo can hit multiple times, so you just gotta hope that it doesn't target every single one of your characters. The good thing is Exdeath is kind of slow, and we have the haste shoes on, the running shoes, so we're acting really, really fast. So even if Exdeath knocks out a bunch of our characters, we'll be able to revive them and get them back on their feet before Exdeath can go again. Too bad we're missing here. Like I said, it would be nice if we were able to have that double grip, but between the phases of Exdeath here, you don't get, a chance to change anything up. And like I said, the shield is more important to have for the second phase of Exdeath. So we have him under 10,000 hit points here, so now he's going to start spamming Meteo, and that's pretty deadly. Took out 3 of our characters. So we'll just try to get people back online. That's the important thing, get everybody. We don't necessarily have to get them to full hit points. We just want them, back on their feet so that if you cast Meteo again, there's multiple targets. As you can see, you can take out basically 3 targets at once with Meteo. So if we don't have all of our characters up, we run the chance of him KOing all 3 of our characters who are still around. So, like I said, since he starts using the Meteo when he's down below 10,000 hit points, we just kind of go try to finish off this phase as quick as possible. So we don't necessarily worry about healing. Like I said, we just want to get everybody back on their feet and then have them start attacking. So, like I said, Angels is coming up, and then Faris, and they can both hopefully get a hit off real quick. Faris up here. Okay. I was hoping that Angels and Faris would go, but we're going slow. So here we go. Finally get another hit in. And with that, we defeated the first form of Exdeath. The Void begins to devour Exdeath. So yeah, he's lost control of the Void. Now he's going to be pulled in, just like Inu, the old wizard. Why? I had the power of the Void. What is Void? Ah! In the Game Boy Advance remake, there's like a bonus dungeon, and apparently in that bonus dungeon, the boss of that bonus dungeon is Inu. But like I said, I've never played the advanced version. But they have extra content. They have a few extra jobs. 4 new jobs become available after you get the tablet dungeons, and then after I think the thing, there's another job that gets released. So now he's basically the Void is taken over. He's basically said that, you know, I'm gonna just consume everything. He's the ultimate nihilist, and he is made up of 4 parts. And each of the 4 parts does something different. The one in the front is like a humanoid. I just have it called front there. That one uses a vacuum wave physical attack. The Neo Exdeath on top, it casts Grand Cross, which is a really strong. It's a status ailment affecting thing. It does a lot of status ailments. Neo Exdeath in the back uses a bunch of powerful magics, like, you know, Holy, Flare, Blue magics. And the Neo Exdeath in the middle uses Grand Cross, which is, Alchemist, which is a really strong, powerful white magic that inflicts sap on you. So when he gets the law of physics are broken, that's usually a sign that the Alchemist is coming up. So you might want to try to take out the middle section first. Now, the AI script changes a little bit as you take out different parts. So you're going to try to get them all out at once. So, like for instance, when you get down to when there's only 2 parts left, then they're going to start, spamming Medio. Different ones do different things. If the human part is one of the ones surviving, it'll start spamming 10 physical attacks. If the dragon part is around, it'll spam Grand Cross. If the bull part is around, that spams Alchemist. So it'll start spamming their like toughest moves. So, but we avoid that by just defeating them all at once, throwing money at them. In the beginning there was void, then 4 spirits came together in this void. The crystals were born, and the world was created. Thus, hope gives the earth blessings, courage lights the flame, kindness makes water the source of life, and pursuit lets wisdom ride the wind. When the day comes that void shall again envelop the world, if within people live the 4 spirits, light shall again be born. 4 spirits, wandering through void, shall once again give birth to light. One of the interesting things is the back section that looked like a skeleton. That's actually isn't strong against instant death. So if you summon Odin with the magic lamp, he'll come out and do Zangetsu and instantly defeat that one in the back. So he's the one that spams the high-level magic. Now you can get a different ending depending on who is knocked out here. If your character is defeated in the final battle, at this point they won't have the strength to escape the void, and whoever writes the letter will be different. If everybody survives, Cara will write the letter. As long as Cara survives, she's going to write the letter. If Cara's knocked out and Angels is around, then Angels will be the one who writes the upcoming letter. If Cara and Angels are knocked out, then Lenna will be one that writes a letter, and basically Faris the only one she'll write the letters if she's the only one who survives. So, but not much changes in terms of the ending, just the writer of the letter, and so I always feel better when I don't have anybody defeated in the battle. Hope gives the earth blessings. But even if the character doesn't have the strength to make it out of the void, they will come back in the ending. There'll be a scene, I'll point it out in the next part, because I'm splitting the ending in half, where the characters will come back. So, courage lights the flame. It looks like all the powers we have with the crystals are leaving us now. Kindness makes water the source of life. And pursuit lets wisdom ride the wind. And now all the crystals are going to reform back in the tablet dungeons. So the world is reformed. There's no need for the world to be split in half anymore because that was split in half to seal the void. Well, the void is taken care of now. So the world is going to remain merged, and all the crystals are going to come back, and I guess life is going to return to normal. And as we'll see, all the towns, all the people that were, pulled into the void are going to be restored because the void has been destroyed. We've defeated the void. Fire crystal under the sea. And you see all our friends are returning back to the world. So there's the ancient library. The scholars and Sage Guido are back. Here comes the village Licks, Angel's hometown. Tycoon, it's back. So the entrance to the void is gone, or the cleft of dimension is gone. And then off screen, I guess all the other places are going to come back. So the world is being reborn. The crystals too. There was still some power left in the pieces of the crystal. I'm so glad. It's because Lenna and Faris and Cara. It's because you protected the crystal so well. Hey, don't count your shells short there, angels. You too, angels. And Grandpa. Good old Gallop. And now the window returned to Tycoon. Yes. Yeah, it's King Tycoon, and he's gonna come back with the Warriors of Dawn. Father, Grandpa. Father. And Kelger and Ziza too. They're the only ones who don't have any relationship to anything. The world still needs you. It's still too early for you to come where we are. So I guess they'll use the last of their power to send us out of the void. We've done well. So they're gonna send us out. This is where, like, if your character was knocked out, they'll say, like, I don't have the strength to escape. But since we were all alive at the end, we have that power to escape. Yeah, the Shinryu will kind of come down to grab us, but if you were defeated, like I said, you'd be kind of pulled off the screen to the south. So yeah, we're all like getting pulled up into the Shinryu. Anyone who was defeated will be pulled down to the bottom. So there we go. We got one last crystal to reform. Final crystal, the wind crystal, that is finally going to reform back in the second tablet dungeon. And so this is where I will split it off. In the next part, we'll see the final part of the ending. We'll get the credits, and we'll see that letter that I was talking about. So take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.